What up though, y'all? I can't wait to speak to y'all this morning at the Black Wealth Generational Expo here in Dallas, Texas. I can't wait to let y'all know more about my amazing city, Detroit. What up though, my baby? Come check out my girl Kendra, her book Acres. Your girl is in there on page 21. That's me. I'm in here, Charm City Buyers in here, and I can't remember who else, but there's a lot of dope people in this book. Come check her out. I don't know the website, but if you look at Kendra Barnes' IG, you'll be able to purchase the book today and she'll get it sent out to you. But it's called Acres. It's a book about all Black and brown developers that she personally knows or came in contact with through social media. It's a really dope book. But you should check it out.
What's your IG? I think I follow
Lady
you.
Contractor?
Yeah, I do.
Send me a DM so I can follow you back. That's the personal one. My business was a little more professional.
Yeah.
But I actually do better on the personal page. I make more money from that one being crazy. Give me some Finkel payroll. Some Jeezy. Lady Contractor is my IG. I know, right? We're getting along.
Alright, listen, now we got Detroit. Oh. Asia is, she's everything Detroit. She's literally, after sitting in your mouth, she said Detroit representative.
Facts.
That's who she is all day long. 313, don't with me. Alright. Jackson Taylor, my engineer. Real estate is by far the #1 investment vehicle that can build you wealth. And on the internet right now, there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of people telling you things that you shouldn't really do in real estate. They're not really sharing their experiences with you. They're just kind of telling you a bunch of fluff, for lack of better words. So what happens is people like you who genuinely want to learn real estate, you go out and then you make a mistake because you use that misinformation.
So the very first mistake I made was my first tenant. I cared about her side story. And then I ended up getting played for like 10 grand. I had just rehabbed the house. She didn't pay rent. She didn't put utilities in her name. Everything was in my name. So we went to court. I evicted her. I ended up winning the judgment. In the state of Michigan, you can take people's state and city income taxes. So I found that out. I got my money back. So she had a really big surprise came that following year for her taxes. So I took her taxes. So that was probably one of the biggest mistakes I learned, that you just shouldn't operate off your emotions, go with the facts and just stick to it, because as women, we kind of like get more into the side story and get into the nurturing side of us instead of just dealing with the business and being point on. I think a lot of people don't understand our market. Fear and thinking it's gonna be perfect. Cause I get a lot of clients, they hear about Detroit, how it's so cheap to get in. Like we have a land-based program too, but that's another topic. But I think it's fear, and then they think it's just going to be real fast, and they know everything. And it's like, how do you know everything when you never experienced anything? Like, I learned from my mistakes. I've lost a lot of money. I've made a lot of money, but those losses is what, made me and made me the person that I am today. Thinking that it's a perfect deal. There's no such thing as a perfect deal. At least I don't think it is, because you are technically gambling. You're just gambling with houses. So you just have to be more mindful of what you're doing and make an informed decision that way, but it's never going to be a perfect deal. So what made Detroit so lucrative when the market first crashed is that although the house might have cost you 15 grand, and of course our cousins didn't go in there and mess it up by then yet, so you didn't really have no major rehab, but the rent was still $800, $900, $1,000. Now those $800 rents are now $1,500. You can buy in very cheap in Detroit. Like my very first house I bought for $500 and I sold for $5 grand. So at first when they started investing in the city of Detroit, they started downtown and started spreading out into the neighborhoods. So now the neighborhoods and hoods like Brightmoor, I'm seeing rent like $900, $1,500 when rent there used to be $450, and I'm talking like maybe 2017, 2018. So as far as investing in Detroit overall, we have several buildings. We have a lot. I don't know if we got more brick than y'all, because y'all got a lot of brick buildings, but Detroit has a lot of solid brick properties, and that's what makes Detroit so good to invest in. I like her.
Hey, what's up? I'm from Detroit as well.
What up, though? What up, though?
But I've been on building Detroit, our land bank, and either the house is completely destroyed or somebody's, maybe something will come up in Sherwood Forest and it'll be $140,000. So it's like, how do you get the money to, like, I'd be more than happy to purchase these homes because I want to see our people back in those neighborhoods and I want to move back in.
All right, so a couple of things. BuildingDetroit.org is the Detroit Land Bank website. You can buy lots starting at $100 up to $250. Some lots are buildable, but you have to go through zoning and stuff. As far as the funding, they did announce they have a $25,000 down payment assistance program that you can use toward land bank houses. My biggest thing with land bank houses is it's kind of the leftovers now, because the land bank is probably going to be done in the next probably 2 to 3 years, because we have so much open land. The next stage for Detroit will be development. So they're getting into like container homes, 3D printed homes and stuff like that. But I personally don't recommend land bank houses for first time investors because the rehab is so extensive. Like, the house might cost you $1,500, but your rehab $350 grand, and the values are not over there yet. Now, if you're gonna buy a home and live in there and wait it out and have your Second Amendment with you, I recommend it. But if not, it's like just wait it out and buy from maybe the Wayne County tax auction, which is every September and October. It starts off at whatever the property taxes are. So if you owe 10 grand on that house, that's what the starting bid gonna be. So it's basically like eBay. And those houses are in way better condition because somebody is either living in there or unfortunately squatting. But they do have a lot of programs on BuildingDetroit.org website that can tell you like what banks that you can use the rehab for. And also, if you work for the city or you got a family member that works for the city, firefighter, post office, any type of city program, you can get the house for half off. And then they give you better interest rates too. When you do your inspection, make sure it's third party because I don't trust nobody. Banks will have people that they send because they want to sell it, and then the seller has somebody they want to send because they want to sell it, because people lie. So make sure it's somebody that you found on your own independently, so you get an honest, inspection report.
So my question now is, what's something about a property that makes y'all want to just walk away? Like, what's something I can say or something that y'all won't take?
I'm also a contractor, so when I go in houses, I'm looking for really bad stuff. The only thing that probably made me really walk away from a house is a really horrible foundation. Because in Detroit, we have basements. So like, if the basement is just too, like, this boy about to go and fall in, I'm just gone. Now, if it's in a good area, I still buy and I just tear it down, fill the hole in, and I just wait and then build on it as everything else starts coming. My social media is Lady Contractor. That's the personal page. You want to laugh and get educated. But the business page is Denson Construct Serve.
Y'all, remember, man.
Good looking, cuz.
Give me a hug, man.
For sure.
Thanks for having us, man.
Bro,
Who phone? This your phone, Tim? Okay.
Get your ass over here.
Thank you
Bro,
again,
thank you
Tim.
so much again, bro.